Midfielder Bruno's partner. Finally, United has identified a player, and guess what? He's left-footed. I promised you that this week a new name will emerge regarding Man United and the transfer situation. Meanwhile, there is something about Victor Gyökeres. I'll talk about that maybe in my next video. This one is a special focus on the number 6 that Amorim feels could be it, as talks have begun. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it. My name is Webb. Have you learned how to earn online? People are earning. People are learning. If you're not, what more can I do? Every day of my life, I come here and tell you, wake up and smell the coffee. Otherwise, if you're still tapping the cheese in one place, the cheese has moved. Follow the cheese. Now, let's get into the cheese of Man United transfers, because Bryan Mbeumo is almost done. That deal is closed, by the way, and perhaps by tomorrow, the day after, it could be officially sealed. But let's talk about the number 6, because this is where most of us have been worried. Is Amorim thinking of someone? Have they given up on a 6? Are they going to use Casemiro and the guys they have? Now, here's the latest that is coming in. Adon Jashiri, a 22-year-old Swiss international, plays for the under-21s of Switzerland. He currently plays in Belgium with the Pro League side Club Brugge, and he's being linked with several clubs, but Manchester United is top of the list now. United and AC Milan. AC Milan, Fulham as well have all expressed interest in him. Why is Fulham trading us? We speak about Palhinha. Fulham wants Palhinha. What's going on? They are rebuilding, so the bidding wars will certainly be there. Competition for players is there. This boy is priced at about 35 million quid, which you believe is good money for a player his age. And he's first of all left-footed. Yes, he's a left-footed footballer, and he's a box-to-box player. Typical player United want. You want that player who's going to give you something defensively and attacking wise. He has got good through balls, through passes. He chips the ball. He scores a couple of goals. I think he has scored 3 and assisted 4 times for his Belgian club. For a midfielder, that's good. Then he's a bit strong. I think he's a bit firm on the ground in terms of stamina. You look at him as a young player who can develop well around players like Cunha, Mbeumo, Bruno, Casemiro around to inspire. You think also the age is right. He's not so expensive. The price is good. He's priced at about 30, just around 30 million. Which you feel that's Man United, that's a money Man United should be able to spend and dish out on a player in that position as a replacement for Christian Eriksen. The one thing why I think he could be a viable signing for Amorim is, first, I spoke about him being left-footed, but he's that style of a midfielder who will give you maybe 40% defensively and 60% attacking-wise. Now, that for me is very important. And he gives you that from coming from deep places. So he covers, that's why he's called box to box. He can do the defensive work, but within no minutes, you will see him adding to the attack. So there is a player in him. There is a good player in that. So we'll, of course, continue to monitor this deal and what the progress is like. But he seems to be the first player that Amorim has seriously directed his team to go for. Him and Jason Wilcox have sort of been sold to the idea that he's the right guy. But the competition is there. From who? AC Milan. They are also rebuilding. AC Milan want him. And I think they are ahead of everyone else. So United have been said to have held a bit of talks with him and his team to try and see where they can. But Club Brugge is holding out for at least 30 million, which I think is okay. That's money United can spend on a 20-year-old player in that position, left-footed player. I don't see, and this is the reason why some of the other players might drop off. Most of the other players United is linked with. I honestly think Amorim will get a left-footed midfielder to balance it with Bruno. I think I see him. This is why this guy is probably a reasonable, link. He's a link with Man United. So you've been talking about a number 6. I hinted on it. I told you soon this week. It even comes earlier than I expected. A name has been dropped. They have been mooting and contemplating, but this one probably you've not had a lot Man United being linked with. So Adon Jashiri is the guy. How good is he? You can look out for his videos. Unfortunately, I can't play them for you here because I do not have the copyrights over them. So, but you can look out the guy and watch his videos and see that box to box element in his game. See the power, the strength he has got. Good tackles. He plays smart tackles. The one thing I liked most about him is being able to play long through balls, those through passes. I think United doesn't have. Maybe Bruno can, I think, of his skill, but I think United lacks such a player who will play those good, unpredictable through balls. And if you're left-footed and you're central in the midfield and you can play such through balls, if you've got players, runners like Ahmad, runners like Mbeumo, Cunha, name them. If you've got wing backs, who need through balls in the corner flag like Dogu, I think you need such a player. And that's a bit of the dimension this kid can bring to the team. He's not the finished article, but there is a player in him. So that's exactly the guy Man United is being linked with currently. So the number 6 is on, guys. Everything, the overhaul seems to be taking shape faster than we expected. We expected an overhaul at Man United, but perhaps not as fast. I wouldn't really. I would be low-key disappointed if United didn't sign a 6, but I wouldn't be shocked because you don't want to sign so many players in one window. But maybe the approach for Ineos is to give this team as much of their identity as possible in the earliest possible time. So if they have the funds to sign the players, then do it. They can go ahead and do it. Now, speaking of funds, Fenerbahce seem to have funds to spend on Jadon Sancho. They seem to be willing to even pay as high as £30 million. Remember, Napoli, who also wants Sancho, are complaining. We're sort of complaining about the fee, the price, the price tag, which was I think reported to be about 21 million because United already got 5 from Chelsea for Sancho. So it seems though that Fenerbahce, coached by Jose Mourinho, can actually give Jadon Sancho an option. If United doesn't like the ideas of swap deals with Vlahovic and stuff, they want their cash, Fenerbahce are willing to pay as high as 30 million quid, which I think would be good money considering the player, the player in question. You feel that would be, so a total of about 35 million is what Man United could have got from the sale of Sancho. So for me, if Sancho accepts to join them, I think that would be a good deal for Man United. And the Turkish league is sort of having a player pool lately. I think Osimhen gave it a good advertisement. If I say Jose Mourinho, they always have the money, by the way. These clubs have the money. You can imagine how much Galatasaray is giving to Leroy Sané. You can imagine Osimhen, how much he earns with Galatasaray. So these Turkish clubs always have the money to spend. And some of them are quite ambitious, especially Fenerbahce and Galatasaray. They are quite ambitious. They have got European dreams. So that's why they will invest in a player like Sancho or Osimhen or Leroy Sané and outcompete Bayern itself that had the player and the likes of Arsenal. So there is that going on there. Let's wait and see where that could happen. But the one thing I've realized with Man United, it's highly likely that many of the players United will let go of might go on swap deals. Swap deals seem to be another viable option, especially with clubs like Chelsea, clubs like, of course, Juve, clubs like Aston Villa, who have got players of interest to Man United. Swap deals could happen, which we don't see every day with Man United, quite frankly. But as it is now, United might be contemplating swap deals. But the big one today is that boy, Adon Jashiri. It's just a start. Wait, I'll be giving you more about him. And of course, Bryan Mbeumo, the deal is so close. It's a matter of time. It's a question of when, not if, Bryan Mbeumo will be a Man United player. The idea is for him to be sealed by the time we start our preseason on the 7th of next month. So the timelines are tight, but Man United is indeed on top of it. Certainly, you should be on top of your wealth by embracing the new normal, which is the internet. Understand how it pays and get to know what you can do as well to earn from it. That's what I teach you. From wherever you are, hit me up on the number down there on your screen, and let's learn and earn and enjoy this new life, because the internet is a new way of life, isn't it? I'm waiting for you. Give me your comments about this boy. He is around 30 million. They're about 30 million euros, or which is not a lot of money, really. It's not a lot of money. Man United can't be able to spend that. So, what do you think? Watch his video and drop a comment. Let me know, in your honest opinion, how good you think he is. Subscribe, like, and share. And let me catch you later. Peace, love, and harmony. Cheers.